Welcome to today's video. We are continuing through our 31-day film challenge talking about a movie that we wish we got to see in the theaters. Obviously, as you can probably see, I'm still on the young side, so there's so many things I could have picked from. So let's get this intro out of the way and jump right in. Welcome once again, my name is Austin, and this channel is all about digging deeper and going further to better understand faith and film and everything that's in between. If that's exciting to you, make sure to click that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any videos as we continue the series and going forward. There are many movies I wish that I could have seen in theaters. Some of the ones that have had the biggest impact on my life. The first pick on here that I would pick as my absolute movie I wish I could have seen in the theaters, it's the obvious pick. That's the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I was just a little young, in my parents' opinion, to see the Lord of the Rings movies in the theaters. And I still think, even had I seen them, I wouldn't have appreciated them the same way I would today. So if in my current age and understanding, I could go and see the Lord of the Rings movies in theaters, I would not hesitate. If you've been following my channel for any stretch of time, you know the Lord of the Rings means more to me than pretty much any movie ever made. The story, the characters, the themes, all of that has had an incredible impact on my life, and I would do almost anything to see these movies on the big screen. Besides that though, you probably see on my shirt behind me, Star Wars. Star Wars is one of the franchises that has been a huge impact and influence on my life besides the Lord of the Rings movies. And this is the one that I would say, if I could go back in time and see Star Wars when Star Wars came out, before it was the big conglomerate that it is today, I absolutely would without hesitation. Like, to see that and to see when it initially broke out and became what it is today, definitely, I would go see that in theaters. Beyond that, I mentioned in a previous video, I would love to see The Matrix on the big screen. That's another one I missed. Obviously, I was way too young for that. I wasn't even 10 years old yet. But that is a movie I would love to see in theaters. That's another one similar to Star Wars, where like, incredibly groundbreaking and hugely influential film today. But like back then, to see that before it became what it is, I would love to be a part of that. That would be amazing in my opinion. And then the other one behind me, Interstellar. Interstellar came out right before I really hopped on the Christopher Nolan train and decided that he was my favorite director and wanted to see like all of his movies. So like, it was right around that time that movie came out that he became one of my favorite directors, and I truly started appreciating his movies. And like, the IMAX shots in this movie, all of the space stuff. I'm incredibly fascinated by space, planets, stars, interdimensional, all that kind of stuff. Like, I would have loved to experience this on a true IMAX screen in the theaters. That would be incredible for me to experience. And lastly, of course, both of the Alien movies. Either one really. If I could just see one of these movies in the theaters, I would love it. This is another one where like, before you really knew nothing about Alien when the movie came out. The trailer is brilliant in how little information it gives you. And then to even just Aliens, like to change the perspective that people had on the film, like to change it from a horror sci-fi to an action sci-fi thriller, still some horror stuff in there. I would love to see that. Any of these movies I would love to see in the theaters. If I could only pick one, it would definitely be Lord of the Rings because of how influential these films have been on my life. But any of these movies I wouldn't hesitate to see on the big screen. Comment down below with your picks for what movie you wish you could have seen in the theaters. And this one's gonna be fun because we got people of varying different ages, so there's some movies that I included on this list that people are like, oh yeah, I was there to see that in the theaters. So I envy you, but I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Tomorrow we are talking about our favorite male and female performances. This was a really tough one for me to nail down. So come back tomorrow, make sure you're subscribed so you can see when that video goes live. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I will see you tomorrow.